Hi there, welcome to another Jaltest Diagnostic Software demonstration. In today's session, we're gonna dive into the commercial vehicle and on-highway trucks license. As you can see, Jaltest goes further than just commercial vehicles. We also got the agricultural and harvesting equipment industry, right? Tractors, harvesting equipment, self-propelled implements and trail. We've got off-highway applications such as stationary engines for industrial applications, power generator plants, turbines. We've got heavy equipment for construction such as wheel loaders, dozers, haulers. We have mini skid steer excavators and backhoe loaders. We also covered the material handling license, all that comes reduced down to the forklifts, to the boom lifts. We've got telescopic handlers and specialty equipment. Last but not least, we also have great coverage on marine vessel systems such as jet ski, watercrafts, stationary engines or big vessels for inboard and outboard engines as well. We have the more common brands and a huge immense of system coverage in those licensed industry. For the sake of the video, we're gonna focus on Paccar engines. The more common Paccar engines that are packed up in these heavy-duty trucks and semi-trucks will be the MX series. We have two ways to access to our system coverages. Let's say we already know what sort of systems or body controllers will the heavy-duty truck will be packed with. It's already included in our knowledge list, so basically we can go through the trucks model, right? As you can see on the far left menu, we have 71 brands in total, in which we have coverage for semi-trucks and heavy-duty trucks, Class 7 and Class 8 category. I have my favorite screen right here. These are the more common brands often requested by our customers that we have provided a demo video on. Okay, so we know in Paccar case, we're going to be looking at Kenworth and Peterbilt trucks. Let's just say a Kenworth Class 8 category. There are some models such as the T880 or T680 that will definitely compact with this particular engine with a Paccar, right? On the Class 7 trucks, let's say the 440, the T440, more light duty truck, but always packed up with Paccar engines. Or even if we were speaking about a Peterbilt, right? 579, or it could be a 369, right? We should be able to look more commonly, right, on the commercial license. We're gonna take a look always at the VIN number and also the year the model and family was released in the specific family we're working on, right? So let's say we know we can access right through those screens. If we're unsure about what sort of body controllers, ECMs we are having on our truck, we can just go real quick to the auto section. In automatic mode, we just pick up the type of connector. More common on these heavy-duty trucks and semi-trucks often use the heavy-duty Dutch 9-pin connector. So basically we just choose the type of port we're gonna be reading, system scan, and definitely we have two options. For demonstration purposes, I'd like to go just with a main system scan, and this is this is how we will be looking once we are physically connected to a truck, right? Once we connect our diagnostic tool to the port, we can run this automatic system scan. This is a full system scan we are running onto the truck, and will give us the ability to try to read all the body computers, all the electronic models we're having. It's very often to start reading the VIN, so the system will identify what brand, what model, what family, what series, and even which year is the machine we're connecting to, right? So you don't have to mind on if you know what exact model you are looking to connect, or what software version, what software revision. It's the one that we're looking to select, right? So basically we have a full system scan. In this case, the system just picked up a Daimler Chrysler heavy duty vehicle. As you can see, it's basically packed with a Detroit engine. This is a DD13 with a MCM 2.1 controller, in which I'm going to be able to access to the electronic diesel control on the high injection common rail. As you can see, we also got the ACM 2.1. This is a Detroit diesel exhaust after treatment system controller. We've got the common powertrain controller also for Detroit. Transmission, the TCM. We've got ABS brakes from Meritor Wapco. We have the adaptive cruise control. These are secondary systems, right? We've got the body computer from Freightliner, instrument cluster and steering controller as well come directly from Freightliner manufacturer. And so other systems that are secondary, as a Daimler gateway, we've got the CGW and the DCMP. This is the passenger door module from Freightliner as well. So this is basically how we will be looking for us once we are connected to one of these trucks, right? For the sake of the video, I would like to dive in specifically on the Paccar engines and manufacturers so we can see some of the system coverage. As you can see in the manufacturer side, we've got Allison transmission, Bendix platforms, Carrier platforms, ABS systems, Meritor Wapco, ZF transmissions, Detroit Cummins, Eaton transmission, international body computers. So let's just pick Paccar. There we go. We can see Paccar model, Paccar transmissions, the FR, GR, and CE versions of the Paccar engines. I'd like to pick up the MX, more commonly the MX-11 and MX-13 on these Kenworth and Peterbilt trucks. So this is a series of body controllers and electronic modules that we are definitely having coverage on. We have for anti-pollution system, we've got the EAS3 version 4 and the 2. This is the older model. I like to start with the engine. So let's just pick the MX PCI GHG17, the Euro 6 emission standard, and access to the diesel control injection common rail. This is the main diagnostic menu, starting with the basics, with the full code clearing and readings, right? Okay, so in some cases, we're going to be able to read fault codes and clear them out from other body systems. As you can see, we have a jointly management system with the after treatment system and the engine. So basically, we are just jumping out back from that particular controller, right? So as you can see, we handle proprietary codes. The PO217, it's a coolant temperature sensor. We're having data above normal operational range, right? One of the features, Jaltest will provide proprietary codes from the manufacturer that's specific for the model and the brand. Basically, you won't need to consult any external sources, right, from the internet or browser, just to make sure what the issue or the fault code is about. Jaltest will include a huge library and aids that will help you determine what the fault or the main reason of the possible cause will be running on your system, right? So if I want to see additional information such as the freeze frame data, I can check priority, hour and date of last occurrence. We can see the warning lamps as well, if it's on and off. We've got system states, if it's an active fault code or if it's a permanent status fault codes. We're going to be able to see this information on the freeze frame data section. If we click this tab, we're going to be looking for more aid, help and components of the fault. We can see possible causes, the effect of what could be this failure causing in our system. As we can see, protection mode or leap mode, commonly known. We have engine torque reduction. If I want to see what components are related to the fault code, I can see the CF566, it's the coolant temperature sensor. If I'm not sure what this component looks like, I can come right here. I can see pictures, diagrams, I can see locations on the different variants of MX series engines, right? I can see the pinouts, I can see power supply voltages and operational values of resistance. I can see even tightening torques, right? So more technical information on the side. I can even click on the schematics. I can run electrical wiring diagrams depending on the configuration. Let's just say this is a MX-13 configuration, I'm able to access to the whole component system that will be connected to the main control unit, right? So I will be seeing a highlighted component, right, in matter. As you can see, we have this bluish highlight on the CF566, and I can see pinouts 1 to the 58 and 2 to the 61 of my main engine management control unit, right? I can even see, if I double click, the pinouts, the configurations, A, B, C, D, depending on the variants, and I can see tightening torques and more technical data that's important to run and basically determine the possible fault codes, right? If I want to troubleshoot, we have smart guides troubleshooting step by step, so our team of mechanics can go through these steps. I'm not gonna dive too much into it because I might have even 15 steps to follow, right, with series of instructions in which I'm gonna be able to determine what is the possible causes of my fault code in matter, right? So this is great. Right, we have service manuals, maintenance information, and technical data that will help us determine and do efficiency diagnostic report. Right, full code clearance. We can help with this feature to try to clear out those inactive fault codes or temporary status fault codes that have been just saved on my memory's ECU. We've got system data, ECU data stored directly from the manufacturer, such as the engine number, software version. We can see the VIN code, software, hardware numbers, emission standards, total distance, the engine operational time, and calibration versions on these Paccar engines. I can see fuel consumption rates, distance, engine protection, operating times as a total or partial. We can do more dealer level capabilities such as component actuation. I can even actuate warning lamps, the orange, red, and blue. The engine brake on the MX on the cylinders 1 to 6, we can definitely alternate and try to actuate the components. More complex tests such as system checks, cylinder cutouts, compression tests, cylinder performance, the engine brake with the turbocharger actuator. We can check the state and also the actuator position on the high pressure circuit. We can just do system checks on the pump unit, on the return of the injections, and the injection test during the cranking. Pressure regulation valve of the injection rail, coolant pump, and I can even actuate the NOx sensors, right? The one that's before and after the catalytic converter, and see if they're currently working as the system is requesting, right? Setting parameters, more advanced capability, such as injector coatings. We can run central Jaltest sensor services for more advanced programming of the control unit. If we're hoping to do a software revision update, or if we are hoping to run parameter settings on this engine, we can definitely contact with additional services for the Jaltest reps. They can actually provide this guidance and troubleshooting for you, right? On the maintenance side, we can run trip data resets. We can reset the injection rail pressure control valve. We can force a regen, disable the EGR power reduction, enable the shutdown timer on the DEF system, the power reduction, and the coolant pump reset. Right, calibrations, we can run accelerator pedal calibrations and the turbocharger actuator, and the voltage checking on each of the configurations for this engine. This is a little bit on the diagnostic side. Right, on the system technical data, we have our resource libraries in which we're going to be able to consult, right? Let's say general information on the system, what sort of after treatment system I have, fuel system information, capacity, quality of the liquids, components, based on different configurations. I can even see tightening torques. We've got a list of the components that are connected to the system. As we saw previously on the electrical schematics, we can try to just pick one of the components. If I hoping to see the fan clutch with electronic control, if I want to identify my glow pucks, right? Or let's say I'm just interested in the injector number 5 of the solenoid valve, I can definitely have a look, right? The bodywork system control, whatever, right? The variable clutch and the control unit, we can see pictures, locations, as a reference, right? We've got maintenance data, right? Let's just say we're working with the MX-13 still. We're gonna identify different types of conduction of the vehicle. We can have severe conduction, we can have the truck as a recreational vehicle, normal city driving, severe driving, right? We're having different intervals of maintenance related to the mileage and the operational time the truck has been working, right? Vehicle and vessel data as well. This is technical information directly from the manufacturer. Let's just say this is an MX-13. It's a 12.9, right, from 2017. We're gonna be able to see whole system technical data, specifications. We can see the power, engine displacement, the maximum speed, maximum torque, duty cycles, firing order per cylinder, bore, technical information about the engine, right? Engine distribution. We can see accessory belts, right, related based on our system variant, fuel system, oversupply, technical data, so forth and so on, right? Cooling system, adjustment and tolerances, right? We can even access to standard troubleshooting guides by symptoms. If our truck is diagnosed with one of these specific symptoms, such as engine derate, very unstable, excessive crankcase pressure, excessive engine vibration, I can just quickly pick up one of these and I can take a pic with a troubleshooting guides, right? And I will definitely have a efficient diagnose on the system, right? Releases and procedures, maintenance information directly from the manufacturer, like changing the fuel filter, check compression functions, check the actuators, right? Clean the fuel system, and some important information about releases from the manufacturer and these Paccar engines. At the same time, we are running this test. Our system is letting us create a diagnostic report, right? So simultaneously, all the data we have collected, it's being posted on this PDF document, right, in which we have saved all the functions, all calibrations, or any specific configuration we have run on this diagnostic demo session, right? I can just export it as a PDF and save it on my local files. This is a little bit what we got for Paccar engines and on-highway trucks applications. Please let me know if you're willing to see any other video. I'll be happy to create it for you. Take care. Bye-bye.